Today I will be talking to y'all about my informative speech as a kennel tech. I am a kennel tech at A Place for Paws, and I have under a year of experience. I'm working on getting my certificate as a kennel tech. The duties of a kennel tech deal with cleaning, disinfecting, letting dogs out, letting them in, feeding them, giving them their medication. All these steps are actually a longer process than some people would think. When you let a dog out, you have to spray down the run with our personal disinfectant, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then let another dog out. Outside, we have 5 runs, so we can let out 5 dogs or 5 families at a time. Okay, so for that, as we're letting runs sit, we go back to the front once all 5 runs are filled with dogs, and we get either our food or their own food. Certain dogs will have their own food, like Blue Buffalo or Science Diet, which is a food that we actually provide. There are also different types of own food that dogs are fed, such as hamburger patties, weenies, wet food, just different types. We've had a lot of dogs that come in that are just fed raw food diets, and it's actually a lot more healthier than just cooked food diets. Dogs can't get protein at all for that. Once we get all the food done, we go to check the timers, and if they are ready, we spray down the run with water, and then we go and get a squeegee all the water into the drain. Set up the room with the food, water, blanket, and bed. Once that is done, we let the dogs in. We repeat this process until all dogs are let out, and that could be dogs, around 20 dogs to 30 at a time. And so once that is done, we go and check medication. And medication could be really, really complicated. Sometimes dogs will have to get insulin because they're diabetic. Some of them is pain medication or just an ointment. It can vary on what the dogs will need done on them. Another duty that kennel techs have to do is we have a specific cat room, which is medium cages to large cages, and we can board up to 15 cats in those cages. And during this process, we let 1 cat out at a time. We do not mix cats at all in the cat room, and we disinfect the run, let it sit. We are instructed strictly to not leave the cat room when we have a cat out, because the possibility of them getting under stuff and getting hurt. During this time, we either play with the cats or clean other spaces and mainly watch them. Once the time is up, we get their food, either their own food or our food, set up the room, clean the litter box, and put them back in. And we repeat this process until there are either no more cats or the whole situation is done. One subject is done, we go back to the back floor and we sweep the whole back, and then we spray down again with our disinfectant, let it sit for 10 minutes. During this time, we will have a kennel tech checking waters and a kennel tech checking on the cats. And then there will be another kennel tech who is scooping up stool outside, which can take roughly around 30 minutes for all the runs. Once all that is done, that is for the first shift. Once you come back from lunch, you let all the dogs out, but 1 at a time, mainly between 3 to 5 minutes. During this time, the dogs get special socialization time, playtime, and potty breaks. And certain dogs, we can work with them on training or just socialization skills. Some dogs are really nervous when they come, some of them are very playful. And we repeat this process until everyone is done. Once that is done, we wait until about 2:30, and then we feed for the second time. Once again, either own food or our food. Then we wait for 30 minutes, and then we let out for the last let out. Normally on the last let out, we don't go out with the dogs, just so they can focus on going to the bathroom, so there are no accidents in their runs. Once the third let out is completely done, we will sweep the floor, disinfect the floor, and check waters again. Now, medication will be checked throughout the day, and the boarding facility requirements for a dog is rabies, 3 shots of distempered parvo, and a yearly, and then kennel cough. These shots are required for dogs to board with us due to possible bites or sickness. It keeps that to a minimum. And this is my informative speech as a kennel tech.